All right. Hello. Good afternoon now. It is the afternoon where I am. Did part one of the meal prep stream this morning. That was just mostly me actually cooking the food, really, I just let the crock pot do all the work. We got 2 crock pots going. One right here and one over there. Turn that down a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. The food is cooked. This one's done. That one just finished. This one's been done for a while. It's just on keep warm. So I got the chili in here. I got the chicken back there. No French press in the afternoon though. I am well caffeinated. I also just took a super sweet nap on the couch. Knocked out right on the couch. Needed that, definitely. Because I'm still fighting this cold or whatever it is that I've had over the past few days. Feeling way better, but still feeling a little funky. That's okay though. A little nap makes me feel much, much better, for sure. So, yeah, we have now approached, we are in part 2 of meal prep. This is where I'm actually going to take all this food, prep it, pack it up, and then you can see on the floor over here, this red cooler that I've got. All my food for the week is going in this red cooler, and I'm gonna take it with me to work. Sav, thanks, man. Yeah, appreciate that. This kitchen is actually tiny, so I feel like it actually works out really well that this kitchen is small, because I've got like a stand with the camera over there, and then I've got just my like you can see there's this bar right here, and that's where I've got my laptop and my camera and stuff, and there's like electrical outlets very conveniently placed like right there. So yeah, it's working pretty well right now. I don't know if you were lurking for part 1 this morning, but basically part 1, and I'll post it, the VOD should be up, and I'll post the video to YouTube as well. That was just me literally preparing the food, cooking it, putting everything away, putting it where it belongs. Yeah. Big time streamer producer now. I just got lucky. Honestly, what's killing me right now is all the light coming in from this window. It's like washing out this whole side. I kind of wish I had something to like cover that up better, but such is life. You know what I mean? We work with what we got. But yeah, we're doing part 2 right now. It is the afternoon. It's 1:30 here. I'm about to start packing up to leave. So this is part of my process, right? I prep all my food, going to 29 Palms. It's about a 3-hour drive to get there. So I'm going to prep all my food, pack it up in that cooler. I got to still pack up my clothes and all that stuff for work this week. I'm going to do that after this. And then, oh, nice. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. I know this camera, like right here, this guy right here, the lighting there looks fine. It's just that guy. I don't know. It's bothering me, but if it doesn't bother you, then hey, it's all good then. But yeah, this is part of my process. I'm just gonna pack this stuff up, and then I'm gonna show you how I plan out pretty much every single day this upcoming week. I'm gonna eat exactly the same thing for each day. So it's gonna be just pretty boring, but I'm gonna have all my food packed, and it's just lucky that I can drive to 29 Palms. So I throw everything in my car and just take as much stuff as I want to the hotel room, pretty much, and then use a use one of those baggage carts to transport everything to my room. But yeah, so I'm gonna pack up the chili first. I got all these containers that I'm gonna bring out and kind of show you how I do this. And these are kind of my favorites. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these, and then I gotta get these tall, skinny ones out. 1, 2, that's 8, 9. I got 9. I need at least 10 containers. And then we got a couple more under here. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's enough just to get me going, right? I'm still gonna pack it. So I'm gonna, what I've made here makes 6 servings of this, and then 6 servings of that, the chicken over there. Yeah, eating the same meal is pretty boring, but you know what? I'm just keeping it simple when I travel, man. Did you talk about where you buy all your groceries? Yes. Do you get your meats any place in particular? I get everything from Costco. I buy in bulk. I'm fortunate that there's like, in California, there's like a plethora of Costco's just everywhere. So that is like my go-to whenever I'm buying in bulk is Costco. I will buy some things from Trader Joe's, like some, stuff that I really like. But for the most part, everything I'm packing out is from Costco. And I will talk through not just like the main meals that I've got here, but I am going to pack some snacks out with me. So I got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I just need 3 of those. I need 1, 2, and then I got 3 of the circular ones here. And then I need 4 of these square ones. Here, 1, 2, I just got 2. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm traveling. I'll order Ice Age meal. Yeah, Ice Age meals, very nice. Do we have the same Tupperware set on our wedding registry? Those things are so good. These are the best, and I've got Pyrex. Here, I'll show you. I've got plenty of these little Pyrex things, but the problem with these is like, no crap, like I've broken maybe half a dozen of these in the past 6 months. And I mean, not just like broke them a little bit, I mean, drop them on the ground and they shatter everywhere and they make a huge mess. And then I gotta get the wet dry vac out and I vacuum it all up, and inevitably I miss something and then step on it later, and it's such a pain. Yeah, Pyrex are all, yeah, they make me nervous. Yeah, exactly. That's why, because I've dropped many of these, and I'm not exactly like a clumsy guy. You know what I mean? I'm not like notoriously clumsy, and I have still managed to break more than my fair share of Tupperware, and the Pyrex specifically, and I'm just not a fan. Like, I never ever want to see glass Tupperware again in my life. It's almost to the point where I'm considering just getting rid of them now rather than like waiting for them to break one by one over the rest of my life, But I am never buying glass Tupperware ever again. That is a guarantee. So, yeah, Quav, to answer your question, all my meals for the week are going in this big red cooler, all right? So that's what I'm packing all my food in. All right, so I've got all my Tupperware. I've got 10 Tupperware containers. So I'm going to fill 5 of them is going to be the chili right here. And then the other 5 is going to be that chicken. The chicken is cooked. I have not shredded it yet, so it's going to take me a second to just like shred it up, but not a huge deal. So literally I've got my scale right here. I am going to weigh and measure everything. It does not go bad in the cooler because I go to the PX right down the street and I buy a bunch of ice and I just throw like, 10 pounds of ice in there. So by the time I get, and I'm only driving 3 hours, so by the time I get to 29 Palms, everything's very cold. Some of the ice is melted like a little bit, Yeah, but it's not gonna go bad. And then in the hotel, you got, you got the ice machine. So I just fill up a few plastic bags full of ice, and I dump that in the cooler to bring back whatever I didn't eat. Because like every once in a while, when I'm traveling for work, it'll be like, all right, let's go out to dinner. All the Marines and I will all go out to dinner. So like my whole team will go out to dinner, or I'll have dinner at somebody's house that I know lives there or whatever. So it just depends. Yeah. Yo, DJ Hood, what's going on, man? Excuse me, sir. What's up? What you got there? You got a book? Very nice. What does that say?
A cow jumping.
Oh, the cow's jumping over the moon. I like it. I like it.
Why is he getting out of bed?
I don't know, dude. But hey, you mind giving me a minute? I'm doing some meal prep stuff, all right? I'll be done soon. I promise. Scoot, 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 scoot. Thank you, sir. All right. But I'm gonna start with the chili. I've got it down like almost to a science, quote unquote, because at this point I have packed this stuff out so many times. Like I guarantee you, a serving of chili is about 450 grams, give or take, right? It just depends. It depends on how much water I put in there. Depends on if I change up the ingredients, like the amount of the ingredients that I put in there. So I'm just gonna do like 3 scoops of chili here, and then I'm gonna weigh it. It should be right around 450 grams, 424. So throw a little bit more in there. 460 sounds good. Great. I'm gonna do that. 460 sounds good to me. So we'll throw that in there. Throw a lid on it. I'm not gonna snap it down because sometimes I like to keep it relatively even. Shuffle it around. Like I said, this should be 6 servings in here. So that's Monday through Saturday. So that'll be tomorrow through Saturday. And then obviously I might have to cook a little bit next Sunday, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. Is everyone having a good weekend? Monarch, did you do anything exciting this weekend? I saw your crab game stream. I kind of lurked a little bit in there. Regrettably, I could not join you all. But it looked like a great time for sure. So far today, I have not done a ton. Went to church, did some grocery shopping at Trader Joe's. My meals only last me until Saturday. Yeah. Not exactly the best planning on my part, but, I figure it out, man. I figure it out. That means I just got to cook again on Sunday. That's all. See here, 440. Yeah, this is kind of checking out. I feel like 450 is a pretty good guesstimation of what I was supposed to have in here. Yeah. Oh, dude, this crock pot is the Cuisinart. It's like the biggest, like one of the bigger ones you can get, and it is like my favorite thing, man. I love crock pots. That actually is a rice cooker that doubles as a crock pot. Yes, my son. What are you doing? Oh, are you eating all the honey barbecue or hickory barbecue potato chips from Trader Joe's? Okay. Here, scoot your boot. You guys are quietly watching TV for a minute. You guys can go outside. You want to go outside and play? It's like they were super quiet, well behaved, and then they got their spider senses started tingling. We're not going through here. Go around if you need to go around. Please. Thank you, sir. All right. But yeah, crock pots are like my favorite thing. Man. The crab game tourney was so much fun. We gotta try to get you on in sometime. Yeah, I'm totally down for that. It did look like a good time. Like I said, I had it up and I was like lurking. I just didn't get a chance to obviously participate or like sit and watch for a while, but it looked like a ton of fun for sure. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3. This will be number 4, and then I'm gonna do one more of the chili, and I should have about 450 grams. Crock pots and Croc shoes, dude. I do not own any Crocs. The shoes. The thing so hot take, man. If you are wearing your Crocs out in public, like going to the store or something like that, bro, we can't be friends. I'm sorry. Like. I understand like wearing your Crocs around the house or in the neighborhood or like back and forth to the gym, right? Like that kind of stuff. But bro, dude, if you're a grown adult, do not. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Quav. I love you, but I'm gonna give you the truth right now. Stop wearing your Crocs out in public like it's okay, man. Because it's not. I'm not like a bougie. I'm not a bougie MFer, but like, come on, man. Like, Crocs are not like everyday shoes. They are not. So my apologies if I just offended anybody in the chat, but the truth hurts sometimes. All right, so I actually put like way too much. So 450 is too large of a serving. So I'm probably gonna have to take at least 20 grams from each of these and put it into like a Pyrex or something, because that's too much. I can already tell. And I know why, is because I didn't put any water in this chili, and so that's like my bad. I messed that up. But I guarantee that I think the serving size is probably closer to 420, and that's my bust on that. But it was a good estimation. If I'm not wearing Crocs, I'm in slides. So slides are different though, man. I only own Crocs lifting shoes and running shoes. So slides, like, if it's like, you can have like a decent looking pair of slides that look like shoes. You know what I mean? Like lounging shoes or whatever. Like, and I'm down. Like, whatever. I'm down with that, right? Like, And again, if you're comfortable and that's what you like wearing, hey, I'm not gonna hate on it. But I would just say, like, I'm serious, man. If you're a grown adult, don't wear Crocs out to frickin' like to go shopping or go run errands or whatever. Like, don't do that stuff, man. I'm like, I can't take you seriously as an adult in the real world. I got it. Life's hard enough, but yeah, I'm like, nah, man. And that's like a new thing, bro. Like, I go out, which I don't go out very often, but when I do, freaking, like, I just see people walking around in Crocs, like, and they're not being facetious. They're like, legitimately, they're wearing Crocs because they think it's like, it's cool, it's okay. Like, nah, son. It is not. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong on that. I could be wrong. All right. I will accept that there's a possibility I could be wrong on that. So when you're at home, does your family eat the same thing you eat, or do you cook your own meals separate from them? Not sure if this was asked before. No. So I will say I kind of eat. This is kind of what I eat, more or less. Like, sometimes my kids or my wife will eat some of it, which I don't mind. Like, if they want to, it's there, right? It's prepped, it's ready. They can have it if they want it. But typically, it's kind of like, all right, my wife, she maybe is eating her own thing, and then my kiddos, they're eating whatever, chicken nuggets and fries, or some sort of fruit with chicken or whatever. So it's kind of like, it is a little bit of a pain in the butt to like prep something for everybody, but typically, like, the way I look at it, as long as everybody's getting some sort of protein and they're getting some sort of like vegetable or carb or something like that, I'm like, whatever, we'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the way I look at it personally. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it as far as that's concerned. But that's a good question. It is a little bit of a pain in the butt. I don't recommend doing it that way. Like, it would be ideal if my wife and I were eating like the same thing, and then the kids, maybe we cook something for them. But what we're trying to do recently is have like a menu for the kids. Yes, buddy. Can you turn the light off on me? Can you turn that light back on, please? Speak of the devil, my wife just walked in the door from her workout. Oh, she's not done yet. Portugal Gamer, what's going on? For don't use the socks. Yeah, man, I'm just saying, like, wear socks, wear shoes. Also, I think it's dirty. Like, if you've got your feet exposed, like, you think, like, the dirt and grime that gets on your feet you would be surprised, I think, like, at how dirty your feet can get, and that's from, just being out and about in those kind of shoes. Just don't look at my feet if we hang out. I'm wearing socks and Crocs, though. Oh, good Lord. Feet isn't exposed enough because I'm wearing socks. Yeah, but then, trust me, that dirt's getting somewhere. It's getting on your socks. I'm just saying. So, yeah, so the kiddos eat the fun stuff. No, yeah, I mean, this is all good stuff. I eat it because I like it, you know. And there's ways to church it up as well, like you throw cheese on it, except, you know, whatever. So yeah, it's not that boring. I can change it up if I want to. It's not like I'm constantly just eating the same thing over and over again. You know, you can change up the type of beef that you use, change up the type of seasoning. There are ways to like church it up a little bit to make it more palatable if you start to get bored or whatever it may be. But yeah, definitely. I buy socks monthly. Bro, what kind of socks you buying, man? Oh, man. You know what? And maybe this is just like the old man in me, but I love a good pair of socks. Like a high quality pair of socks. Like if I'm buying the Costco socks, bro, come on, man. You gotta, I'm just saying, you gotta upgrade your freaking sock game. You know what I mean? You gotta get yourself like some solid socks, man. Like Stance makes good socks. What is it? The Swiftwick. I like their socks a lot. Bombas, yeah, those are good socks. I'm a cheat dude. You know, so am I, but there are some things that I just refuse to skimp on. And like socks and underwear are like two of those things. I gotta get the deals. I get it. I get it, man. You know, sometimes it's better to just like keep it simple in that respect, you know? Alright, so gonna throw this. This is done. Throw it in the old cooler here. That's it. That's it for the chili. Chili is done. So this is like the quote unquote extra. This will be for like Saturday when I get back. You know, get back on Friday afternoon. I'll have this meal for myself. You know, ready on Saturday or whatever to eat. So easy day out. Throw this one in the fridge. Ugh, if there's room in the fridge, just throw it right here. There we go. Alright. So now I'm going to shred this chicken. And so what I'm going to do, what time are you heading out tomorrow? I'm actually heading out tonight. So I'm going to drive to 29 Palms this afternoon, probably around 3 or 4 p.m. So it's 2 p.m. now. So as soon as I'm done packing up all my food, I am going to start packing my clothes, packing up the car, making sure everything's good. And then I'm going to leave here around like 3 or 4, get to 29 Palms around like 7 or 8 p.m., get checked into the hotel, get unpacked, get to bed by like 9 p.m.-ish, 9 p.m. my time. Yeah. I actually got to grab some well, actually, I'm going to shred this chicken first, and then I'll grab the beans here. So I just grabbed like a couple forks. Let's see. We'll just grab a couple regular forks. There's normally... Oh. Can't forget this when you're in the hotel, you know, because there's only so many utensils you can grab from breakfast before you forget. So I'll just put this out right there on the counter so I don't forget it. But yeah, so this guy's done. I'm just going to unplug him and bring him over here and shred it right here. Yeah. You know, and I think I was talking about this earlier with Fit Fat Freaking Hungry, that he was like, oh, you know, I love the Instant Pot, and we had an Instant Pot, we use the Instant Pot, and I'll be honest, I wasn't a big fan of it. People are like, oh, but it saves so much time, but it's like, all right, look, if I throw something in the crock pot, like, yeah, it takes time for it to cook, but it's not like I'm actively doing anything once the food is in the crock pot. You know what I mean? It's like the crock pot is doing all the work at that point. The only difficult part is getting it into the crock pot, which the Instant Pot is not going to help that process either. It's just going to shorten the time that it's cooking in the pot. You know what I mean? So in my head, I'm like, it's really not saving me that much time at all, because I can just throw something in the crock pot overnight, and then I wake up and just put it away in the morning. At least that's my opinion. So for me, I'm just like, man, I like my slow cooker. I like my crock pot. Again, this is actually a rice cooker that I've got the chicken in. This is not a slow cooker, but it's got settings on here to slow cook the food. So I just use this as like my smaller crock pot for this kind of stuff. So that works. Yeah, can't forget the utensils. So that little, you know, like fork spoon thing that I've got there, I'll just like rinse it and wash it at the hotel room throughout the week to keep it clean, and that will do. That's just gonna be like the one utensil I use for the rest of the week. And once I get this packed away in the containers, I will show you all exactly what I'm eating every day of the week. And it's not, some of it is like packaged stuff just to make it easier on myself, you know, to cook or whatever. Yeah, so that would be pretty easy. I forgot before and it was not fun. Yeah, it's a pain because it's either I gotta request it from the hotel, like, hey, can you bring me utensils? That's the preferred method because typically they'll give you that for free. Or I gotta like run to the PX, run to the store and buy a bunch of like disposable utensils, which is not terrible. It's just, you know, it's kind of, I could have saved myself the time, money, and effort of doing that if I had just remembered to bring my little, you know, utensils to begin with. So yeah. All right, so this is about 1,500 grams of chicken breast. Bellix. Yeah, you try to get that ASMR fix right there. It's just like, I need a boom so I can just like stick it right there and you can hear that like squishing sound as I'm like shredding it apart. Like, oh yeah, that's some moist chicken. Don't worry, Bellix. I got you. I'm gonna have to. We'll slide this a little closer. Let's see if you can hear it. I don't know. This mic is pretty good, but I don't know if it's that good. Anything? But yeah, this is about 1,500 grams of chicken, split into 6 servings. That's about 260, 280 grams of chicken per serving. Give or take, obviously. So I got 6 servings, like I said earlier. So I'm going to just try like 260 through 260 grams in each of these containers. And hopefully that should do it. That should leave me with 1 extra serving for when I get home. Bellix, how are you doing, man? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. Had to use my toast as utensils? No! Oh, no. That's a bad day. That's a bad day right there. Yeah. I mean, so even though I've got all this stuff meal prepped or whatever, like sometimes I'll go... Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot more than I thought. Hold on. Yeah, we'll go... Yeah, 270 is probably fine. We'll go with that. There's flexibility there, so if I wanted to go out for a meal and eat whatever, like usually like we'll go out, the Marines and I will go out for what's called Wing Wednesday at the Officers Club, and it's exactly like it sounds. It's just they're serving wings and beer on Wednesday, and you know, the wings are not like the most delicious, like earth-shattering like wings of all time, but it's just the good opportunity for all of us to get together for dinner and do that kind of thing. So typically we'll go out at least one night out of the work week to eat some dinner and have a good time. Who pays though? It depends on what mood I'm in. Yeah. Depends on what mood I'm in. Sometimes I'll pay for like the first round of drinks. But yeah. I'm not even though I'm getting that sweet per diem while I travel, it's not exactly like a butt ton of money, so, you know. And not only that, but all the Marines are also getting per diem as well, so I don't feel bad. We're all getting full per diem, so believe me, we are making more money than we are spending while we're out there, which is ideal. Especially for me, because I am packing all my meals, and the per diem is specifically to pay for meals, right? So if I'm packing all my food out and I'm going to get paid per diem no matter what, like I'm going to make some money on this trip, like period. Which again, that's ideal. I would rather make money when I travel than spend money when I travel, especially when it's not really my choice whether or not I travel, you know? But yeah, we got 5 servings here. I'm going to pack up this last one, and then you're gonna fly a kite. I don't know if there's enough wind out there to fly a kite, my friend. Oh, how do you fly it? Well, first you need wind after you get your kite going. Is it windy outside? No? Well, it's probably not going to fly then. Unfortunately. So put the last of this chicken in this little Pyrex. Yeah, highest rank pays every time. You know, you're just not making that much money anymore. We're not making money like we used to. Especially out here in California, man. I wish I could do that. If I had my way, I would definitely be paying every single time. I think that's the right thing to do. But again, if everyone's getting paid and we're all making money while we're out there, then in my mind, I'm like, do I really need to pay for everyone's meal? Probably not. But you know, I feel that. I feel you. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I think that's pretty good. And then I'll throw this little bit in here. I'm not like super exact with this. I'm still kind of guesstimating when I'm packing this stuff away, but this is about as close as it gets. So, all right. So there's the 6 serving of chicken, which I'll save for Saturday when I get home. So there we go. Pack this guy away. I'm gonna put him in the fridge. There we go. Alright. Just tell them to pay for themselves. Yeah. Nah, like I said, when I travel for work, we'll try to have a good time as best as possible. I gotta grab some beans from the pantry. I'll be right back. So, beans get packed up in the chicken because it's just like, I'm going to do beans and chicken. 4 or 5. Because beans are just a cheap way. Astral House, good to see you. How you doing? Beans are just a cheap way to get some carbs, you know. And I think they taste just fine, so there's that. Yeah, I'm going to just drain the juice out of these real quick. Yeah, chicken and beans, man. I'm a simple guy. And then I'm going to pack up some cheese. So some shredded cheese. So it'll just be like shredded cheese, chicken and beans with some sriracha on there. That's like, yeah, that's kind of how it is there. Because like I said, like it's either this or like rice, you know. So normally I would weigh and measure every single one of these cans of beans when I put this in, but they all weigh right about the same. So it's about 9 to 10 ounces of beans in each one of these cans. So in fact, I'll weigh it right now just to show you. Astral House, are you having a great weekend? What are you up to? I carry a bottle of sriracha with me. Dude, sriracha is definitely one of my favorites right now. You can't buy like the off-brand sriracha either because it just doesn't taste the same. I know that sounds stupid to say, but it is the truth, at least in my opinion. Yeah, so 9.7 ounces of beans, and then get a couple out of there. 9.9. So yeah, almost 10 ounces on the dot. In fact, there's one bean left in there. Yep, 10 ounces of beans right on the dot. Recovering from a hangover. Very nice. Well, that's not the fun part, right? The fun part is consuming the alcohol and feeling the effects. What did you drink last night, Astral House? I'm intrigued. I have been feeling a little bit under the weather lately, so I've not been able to have like my margaritas like I normally have. In fact, I got a sweet margarita emote. Let me see if I can just pull it up real quick. Let me see here. Come on, where's it at? Come on, you. There it is. All right. Yeah. But yeah. There it is. Hit that. Boom. Yeah, I'm all about some good alcoholic beverages, for sure. And while I'm traveling for work, usually there's enough flexibility in my diet where I can have like about either one like alcoholic like mixed drink a night, or I can do like a beer. One or two beers. Yeah, thick. That emote did come out really well. Yeah, that's probably one of the better like thick emotes that I've seen. Yeah, margaritas are so good. You get that classic margarita, you know, on the rocks, a little salt and lime there, some Cointreau. Get a good solid margarita mix, and nothing better. I thought it was cherries. What's your recipe? Your marg recipe again? So I use just like the Costco brands, like margarita mix. In fact, I'll show you. I can show you, right? Let me finish. Let me finish packing up this stuff real quick, and once I'm done with that, I will show you how I make myself a little margarita. Yeah, we have the tools. We have the power. We can make this margarita right now. Right? Meow. I think that mix is loaded with sugar. Yeah, it is. It's got a little sugar in it. I'll take a look at the actual like label on there and see exactly how much sugar is in a serving. You know, there's a decent amount, but if I'm just having one, it's not that big of a deal to me. And if it's too sweet, then you could always just add more tequila. You know. Alright, so these are the last two, and then I'm going to pack these up into the cooler as well. Yeah, Costco's got like a couple different kinds of margarita mix, if I remember correctly. They've got one that's already got like Cointreau and some other like liquor in it. And then I think I've even seen like the Jose Cuervo brands, like margarita mix or whatever. I've seen that at Costco before as well. But this mix that I'm talking about is like specifically a Kirkland brand margarita mix is what I'm talking about. Alright. There we go. Throw this guy in here. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to show you how I make this margarita real quick. So right now I've been drinking this stuff. This is the Rocks Tequila or whatever. Terramana. Yeah, that's good stuff. So we got that. Get my fancy glass here. And this is the margarita mix I was telling you about. It's just a Kirkland brand. It's just a classic margarita mix. Let's see, one serving is 4 ounces, which I use about 2 to 3 ounces in one margarita. It's 26 grams of sugar, or 26 grams of carbs. Of that 26 grams of carbs, 25 grams is sugar. So yes, it does have some sugar in it. But obviously, I'm in one margarita. I'm probably having about half of a serving. So that's really more like 18 to 19 grams of sugar. Yeah, you can prep margarita, my friend. Believe it or not. You absolutely can do that. So you got that, and then obviously, where'd my limes go off to? Well, I got limes over the pantry, but cut a lime, do that, do the rim there, and then I've got my margarita salt up here. There you go. There's your margarita salt. I don't even remember where I got this from. Probably just like a grocery store or whatever. So there's your margarita salt. And then I actually do have Cointreau. So I do have some Cointreau. I actually, to be honest, I normally don't make a margarita with Cointreau. So I don't know. Can you really call it a margarita if it doesn't have Cointreau in it? I don't know. But you can see I'll put this drink right here on the scale, and I will no crap. I will weigh and measure out. Okay, I've got an ounce and a half to 2 ounces of tequila, about 2.5 to 3 ounces of mix, 2 to 3 ounces of mix, and then I get I got the big ice cubes. So you get this like silicone ice cube tray because I don't have an ice maker, which actually is fine because you can see like. Look how big this ice cube is. Like, it's pretty large, right? And that's nice because it doesn't water down the drink. So there you go. Like, this ice cube tray is pretty clutch. I like the bigger ice cubes. That's just how I am. So yeah, that's I'm not gonna make one right now because I honestly don't need one. I'm not gonna drink it. But yeah, that's how I do it normally. Just easy day.
Dad.
Yes, my son. This stuff away here. Microwaves. Alright, there's that. Throw this guy up top. Okay. So, alright. So at this point, I've packed up like all the main meals that I'm gonna eat. So the main meals I'm gonna eat are all packed up. So at this point, I'm gonna pack up all like the snacks and stuff, right? So I use my Fitness Pal. So this is today. So you can see like everything I've got today, right? And then let's go 2 days into the future. So you can see here. That's how many calories I eat in a day. Is just over 2,000 calories, give or take. And you can see my macros right there. So I get 170 grams of carbs, about 70 grams of fats, and 185 grams of protein. Okay, so that's what I eat in a day. Go back here. What do you normally do for breakfast at home or when you travel? Yeah, so you can see right here, my normal breakfast is logged right there. Let's see if it clears up. So 300 calories for breakfast, not a lot. It's an RX bar, peanut butter chocolate, collagen, and then a Greek yogurt. So I'm going to go grab that stuff right now to show you exactly what that looks like. So here's that. There we go. Whoa, Sav. Thank you for that gifted sub, man. I appreciate you. So look, this is an RX bar. My breakfast is no crap. A couple scoops of collagen. I just use the Vital Proteins collagen peptides. 2 scoops of that in my coffee. And then one of these bad boys, an RX bar. I eat one of these. And then, what was the other thing? Greek yogurt. So Greek yogurt, I just do the Chobani stuff. So we go. I'm gonna do 1, 3, So look. So here's what I have for breakfast. Is no crap. It's gonna be your Chobani Greek yogurt, non-fat, RX bar, and collagen. That's it. This is what I have for breakfast. I eat a very light breakfast. That's just me personally. But yeah, that's it. These are my kids' yogurts. And I need like 5 more of these. Oh no. Don't mind that. Ugh. Here we go. Good Lord. 2 times. Alright, so anyway. Alright, I got it. So there we go. So I actually like these, like, what is these? The peanut butter chocolate ones. So yeah, it's a pretty light breakfast, only 300 grams, or 300 calories. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one for each day that I'm there. Boom, that's it. I'm gonna put this aside. So this is breakfast. That's it. Nothing too crazy. And then for lunch is gonna be a serving of that bison chili that I packed up. So I literally just take the container out, pop off the lid, throw that in the microwave, do that. Another Greek yogurt, and then I'm gonna have a liquid IV. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So liquid IV, very useful, especially out in 29 Palms where it's really dry. It's a desert. Having these, like one of these a day, helps me stay hydrated, helps me from getting too dry, and they have about 10 grams of sugar in them. So 10 grams of carbs, I should say. 12 grams of carbs in this. So I just throw it in my water and then I drink it, throughout the day or whatever. So 5 of these, 1 for each day. There's that, and then two yogurts per day. So 5 and 5. So 1 for breakfast, and then I'm having another one with lunch. Boom, there's that. And then with this, I'm actually just gonna scoop this out into a plastic bag. Just because, my wife also uses the collagen. If I had my own container of collagen, I would just take the whole container because it's got a little scoop in here, and that's what I would do. Is I would just have the scoop here. So I'm gonna do it's 2 scoops per day, so 10 scoops total. Gonna just kind of wing it. 4, and then there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we got 10. There you go. So all of this right here, this is my breakfast for the week. When I travel for work, this is what I have. There is flexibility. If I want to, have pancakes, or if I want to have something else for breakfast, I absolutely can. It's just when I'm traveling, I like to keep it as specific as possible to keep it simple. Random question: how much calories does my body burn if I was just to stay still for 24 hours and not do anything? So that's a great question. Honestly, it's different for everyone, and you can get a study done to actually figure that out. I cannot remember for the life of me what the study is called. There's a podcast called Power Athlete Radio, and they just recently talked about that on one of their episodes. I want to say it was within the past month or two. They talked about that. There are ways to figure it out, but at the end of the day, trial and error is kind of the easiest way to do it. I think there are generic ranges. If you're a certain height and weight, that there's a generic hey, you're gonna burn roughly X amount of calories per day. So like for me, I'm 5'9", 185 pounds. So I'm eating 2,000 calories a day. So if I'm at 2,000 calories a day, that's a deficit. That's a calorie deficit for me as an individual. And I will lose weight if I maintain that specific calorie intake day in and day out. I will absolutely lose weight. Roughly 1 to 2 pounds a week is what I will lose if I am being consistent. I will lose at least 1 to 2 pounds a week, depending. If I'm particularly active, it might be more. But generally speaking, it's about 2 pounds a week if I stay consistent. But everyone's different, right? Like if you weigh more, it's probably not a smart idea to, I don't know, go find him, dude. Is he in the car still? Did you bring him inside? I can't remember. He's looking for his little Michelangelo toy. Oh. Well, he's probably in the living room somewhere, bud. Or maybe in your room. Did you check your room? But yeah, so everyone's different depending on their body weight. Like if you weigh more, I probably would not recommend starting out at 2,000 calories a day, because 2,000 calories a day is not a lot, even for me. Like I think when I first started like dieting and cutting weight or whatever, I think I want to say I was at 2,200 to 2,400 calories a day, and right now I'm at 2,000. Honestly, I would like to get my coach. I have a nutrition or diet coach or whatever. He could speak to that better than I could, and I've been trying to like see if I can get him onto a stream. It's just our schedules haven't linked up yet. So potentially the next time that I do this meal prep, I'm gonna try to get him to be in the chat so he can answer those specific questions a little bit better than me, because he knows that stuff really well. But I do all my nutrition coaching through a company called Team Working Against Gravity, or Team WAG, W-A-G. So yeah, that's who I've been working with for really the past several years, and that really helped me a lot to stay consistent on my diet and to stay in the required height and weight ranges that I have to be in the Marine Corps. Zero, good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. How you doing, Zero? I hope you're having a great day. Yeah, got to slowly cut the calories. You can do it yourself. You can't go eating 5,000 calories a day and 1,500 the next day. Yeah, it's not going to end well. You're just going to be so hungry that you're going to wind up like binge eating again. Like the goal to be consistent is you want to be just below what your body wants or needs to maintain that body weight. So yeah, if you're a grown man eating less than 2,000 calories a day, you're going to have a bad time. That's tough. Yeah, Midnight Oink. Yeah, good to see you. D365. Oh my goodness. Thanks for that sweet raid, D. I appreciate that. Thank you for bringing your folks over here. I am meal prepping on a Sunday, pretty standard. Mostly because I am traveling for work next week, and I will be in the beautiful city of 29 Palms. It's not that great. So yeah, thanks again for bringing your folks over here. I am Zechariah, aka Three Swords Fitness. Most of the time I'm streaming my workouts, my fitness streams, and then I also do some variety gaming as well. Today, this is my first ever meal prep stream. I streamed earlier this morning where I explained how I prep my food, how I cook everything, and just now I just finished like putting everything up into the bins, plastic containers. So you can see all this stuff is all my food for the week in my cooler. And in fact, what I have right here in front of me, this is all my breakfast for the week. But yeah, I'm actually done with this portion right here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these in the cooler here, because all this stuff is ready to be packed away. So there's that. I'm going to throw all these yogurts in there. These are all done.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, dude.
Nope, not for me.
There's that. This is collagen, the Vital Proteins collagen that I got right here. Yes, Chobani. Hyperlifts, good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in, well, man. I can't remember. No, Hyperlifts, you're a dude. It's I try to like remember everybody. I popped into I've like lurked in Hyperlift's chat before. Yeah, another good fitness streamer. Hey Zero, can we get a shout out for D365 please if we haven't done that yet? Yeah, and eventually your body will get used to the deficit and then maintain the calories. Yeah, it depends. It definitely gets more and more difficult over time to cut that weight if you've done it before. So it can be aggravating to try and beat. Like for me, like my calories are lower than they normally are. How was the workout?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wife just got in from her workout, so.
I feel dead.
Yeah, I feel dead. That's how you know it was good.
That's after a walk.
Yeah.
Down, so.
Oh my god. I'm short, so I can't reach the top shelf. I gotta grab my creatine. There we go. I got it. Boom. There's the creatine. I only take like 1 scoop of that a day. Yeah, it's definitely been more difficult for me lately, specifically within the past year, to try and get down below like 175, 180 pounds. My body definitely wants to be between like 180 and 190, and I would really love to get back down to like 170. Because if I could get my body weight down to 170, like I will be like pretty lean at that body weight for sure. Yeah, I'm always cutting, Con. I'm in the Marine Corps. I got height and weight standards to maintain. So my maximum body weight for somebody that's 5'9", my maximum body weight is 186 pounds. And I woke up this morning at like 185. So yeah. Yeah, you know the workout's great when all I can say is F off. True story. Yeah, so not a lot, honestly. Like, I'm not that big of a guy, but I am pretty solidly, like, in the 180 to 190 range most of the time, and I am required to be like, below, like, 186 is my max. That's maximum weight that I can be. Otherwise, they could kick me out of the Marine Corps for being fat, quote unquote, you know, so yeah. Not great. Not great. Not a fun time. I've like legitimately been dieting in one way or the other since I joined the Marine Corps. You have to watch your weight. I've been counting macros since 2017, pretty consistently. Like sometimes I'm not that consistent, but for the most part, I consistently count my macros. I have been counting my macros daily since 2017. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at 172. Want to cut down to 165 for the marathon. It will absolutely help you run faster if you're a lighter weight. That's a fact. I mean, because it's energy expended, right? Like, if you could be the exact same level of fitness, but if you have to carry your weight the same distance and that weight is less than it was before, like, it's just going to be easier to carry that weight over that distance. That's science. It's science. I've been counting macros for the last 3 years, almost daily. Yeah, I feel your pain, man. I mean, it's not painful to me. It's a way of life. Like, if I want to be in the Marine Corps, which I do, I like what I do, I like being a Marine, then I got to count macros. It is what it is, you know? It's not that bad. There is some flexibility. Hey! Two thumbs way up. Thank you, Soju Mommy. I appreciate you. My kids are yelling at me about something. I don't know. I've gotten used to it, yeah. Yeah, so even when I travel, I have some sort of plan of like, okay, what am I going to eat while I'm traveling, right? All right, creatine goes in there. I'm going to take this cheese with me. I eat cheese. Where did the scissors go? So I'm going to take just like a whole bag of cheese because I'm going to take this this scale with me when I travel. Yeah, see, I even carry a food scale around. I do the same thing. So this food scale is going to come with me in my bags when I travel. So, you know, it looks a little weird, I'm sure, to the maids that are like cleaning up my room when they've got like a bag of white powder with a scale right next to it. You know, it's like, what is this? But I don't care, because I know I'm good. Sorry, this is an ignorant question. No, you're good. Are there any bodybuilder Marines who are on PEDs who could hit the weight limit while being actually lean? So, first off, drug testing in the Marine Corps, they only piss test. And if you did not know this, you will not pop for performance-enhancing drugs, like if you're taking tests or testosterone or HGH or whatever it may be. Apparently, the stream bot doesn't like that you said piss, so it timed you out. I don't know why. Whatever. The stream bot is a little bit aggressive sometimes. So the piss test is an annual requirement. So the way the program works is that if you're in whatever unit, you have to get tested at least once a year, which is not a lot. And it's a piss test. And with the piss test, they can't test for HGH. Streambot also grumpy. My apologies. It happens. And if you want to test somebody for like steroids or whatever it may be, it needs to be a blood test, and it has to be specifically requested by the command to be done. And the command cannot do that unless they have cause to do it. So essentially, unless they go into your room or your house and they're like, oh, those are performance-enhancing drugs, like you're taking HGH or you're taking steroids or whatever, they would basically have to catch you red-handed taking performance-enhancing drugs in order to test you and then validate that you, in fact, were taking the drugs. So to answer your question, I have never, ever seen or heard of anyone getting caught or kicked out of the Marine Corps for performance-enhancing drugs unless they fessed up to it and they were caught red-handed doing it. Like that I have heard of. But if they're just like doing whatever they do in the privacy of their own home or in their, whatever, they never get caught with it, potentially, yeah, like if you're in the Marine Corps and you're a bodybuilder, you're taking whatever, you're taking performance-enhancing drugs, like potentially you could do it, especially if you're lean enough where you tape out. So if you're overweight, so if I weigh in at 187 pounds plus, at that point, they will then tape you out to estimate your body weight, which is a terrible test. But basically, they tape your neck and your waist, and then if you have a big thick neck and a tiny skinny waist, you're gonna have a lower body fat percentage. Which typically, if you're going for that, like especially that classic bodybuilding look with a V taper, and you've got a thin waist, you will tape out and you will be below that body weight percentage limit. So, yes, to answer your question, you could absolutely be jacked in the Marine Corps and taking drugs and tape out and be fine and not be too fat for the Marine Corps, quote unquote. So, yes, it can be done. Yeah, that's also true. You could be a total bum and still, I get what you're saying, and still fail tape, yeah. You could also be really jacked and still fail the tape if you've got a skinny neck, which is also unfortunate. Like, really, if you got a thick neck and and like an okay waistline, like sucking your gut a little bit or whatever, like suck that in when they tape you, like you could potentially be a lower body fat percentage. It's a terrible way of testing for body fat percentage. The easiest thing is just like, look, keep your body weight below what it's supposed to be, and you'll be fine. Yeah, you got to do a lot of shrugs. Got to do a lot of weighted carries. You got to get that thick neck for sure if you want to pass that. Have that low body, quote unquote, low body fat percentage according to the Marine Corps at least. Yeah. So anywho, I don't know. It's not a great system, but it's the one that the Marine Corps has. So it is what it is. Okay, and that is it. Let me just check my packing list here. So I got my RX bars, I got my collagen, got my Greek yogurt, my liquid IV, my cheese. I packed up the chili, the chicken, the beans. Oh, the sriracha. I need sriracha. Yep, throw my sriracha in there. Gotta grab my coffee mug. Boom. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. So, if you didn't catch it this morning, Mobius! Yes, no neck-itis, bro. You gotta be rolling with that big, thick, like, no neck, like a power lifter. Absolutely. I got 40% body fat and past tape. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Is like, you know, if you do a DEXA scan or you do, like, calipers or literally any other test that's, like, actually valid, most people are going to have like a totally different body fat percentage, but that's just the body fat test that the Marine Corps goes with. I don't know. Mobius, welcome. Good to have you here. How was Mission Impossible? Mobius and Allie had a little date night last night. They were watching a movie. They watched Mission Impossible, that OG, the original Mission Impossible. I hope that went well, man. Hope you had a great time. Hi there. My son just came in. What's up, dude?
What are you packing up?
I'm packing up because I'm going to 29 Palms this week. You know that.
So I get to sleep in your bed?
You want to sleep in my bed while I'm gone? I don't know. You're going to have to work that out with mommy. It's not going to fit, boy. That's why I put it on top. Yeah, goofball. All right. I need this food scale. I'm going to need my utensils. Oh, if you did not catch it this morning, I did. The stream this morning was just about how I cook the food, how I prep everything, put it in the crock pot. I did a little tutorial on how to do a French press if you want to do French press coffee. I've also got like a couple how-to articles on my Discord. In fact, if you are not on the Discord, go ahead and hop in there. I got some good articles, some stuff that I like in there. Feel free to check those out. Yeah, Sav, thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for that gifted sub earlier. That was awesome. Definitely don't need to do that, but, you know, Sav. In fact, Zero, I don't know if you're still on here, Zero, but let me just get a shout out for Sav here, because he is a big supporter of mine. He definitely always speaks highly of me, and I really like him and his crew as well. They're great folks, great people to play with, hang out with. So check him out if you get the chance. Sav is a good dude, another East Coast guy just like me. Yeah, I'm surprised the Marine Corps hasn't thrown out taping yet. Yeah, I mean, they changed, like, the taping, like, process, so it's a little bit different than it used to be. I don't know, man. It still sucks. The easiest way is just to stay inside the height and weight standards. Honestly, like, as long as I'm below 186 pounds on the scale, I don't care. You know, I don't care what I look like or any of that stuff. That's the most important thing to me. How OG we talking? Isn't the OG Mission Impossible a TV show? That is a good question. I don't know. Airy nights, date night, baby. Yeah. Mobius, I don't think you have any kids. So that might just wait till you have kids, bro. If you have kids. I'm just saying. Cause, you know, once you have kids, you gotta like schedule that stuff. You're like, all right, cool. When are we gonna do this date night? Cause if we don't schedule it, pretty much by the time you get to the end of the day, you're so exhausted that you're like, nah, we just want to go to sleep at this point. You know, like, it's tough, man. But yeah, check out the VOD from earlier this morning. Like I said, got a little tutorial on the French press, how to do that, how to make French press coffee. Did just like how I prep my food in both crock pots. I got the one over there and this one over here. Yeah, it took me less than 45 minutes to prep everything from start to finish. You know, from the time that I started chopping everything up to the time everything was in the crock pot and cooking, took me about 45 minutes, give or take. And not a lot of time at all. And then this stream is a little bit over an hour. And most of this time I've been talking to you all. So all in all, it maybe takes about an hour, hour and a half to do all of my meal prep. So there are some folks that like they do a little bit more elaborate stuff than I do. They cook more food than I cook. I'm pretty low maintenance. You know, I'm easy. So for me, it's just like the way I do it. It takes me about an hour and a half to an hour, something like that, to do all my meal prep for the week. This doesn't have to be a painful process. If you're interested in doing some sort of meal prepping, It's not super difficult. It just needs to become a habit. That's my encouragement, I guess. I love all the Mission Impossible movies, though. I must say, I think they're all good. Even the crazy John Woo one. Yeah. To sum it up, meal prep. I mean, you got to have a plan, right? Like, if you don't even know, like, my recommendation to people that are just getting into like dieting, right, is first, before you even pick a diet that you want to stick to, you need to know how much you eat on a daily basis, right? So what does your normal diet look like? Just spend a day or two, like download the MyFitnessPal, the app, download that, and then just do like 2 or 3 days of recording in detail exactly what you eat. And then you got to get a food scale, all right? Like, you have to have one of these if you're going to, at least that's my personal opinion, you have to have a food scale, because you could think like, oh, a tablespoon is a serving, right? But there could be a huge difference between 1 tablespoon and like a 1.5 tablespoons, right? Until you put it on the scale, you actually know how much it weighs. You don't know what you're putting in your body. That's just point blank. You need to weigh it so you understand exactly what you're putting in your body. Yeah, and the food scale is just going to make your meal prep way easier. Like, I weigh and measured everything before I put it in the crock pot, or as I was putting it in the crock pot to cook it. I weigh all that stuff, I log it in MyFitnessPal, and I go from there. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's my meal prep in a day, right? I did 2 streams today, 1 in the morning, 1 this afternoon. They were about an hour each. So feel free, watch them, share them with each other, whatever. If you have any questions, go to that Discord link, pop in the Discord, and then just ask me any questions you may have. Like I said, in the future, I'm going to try and get my nutrition coach on to answer any questions in the chat. And if you have questions, I could always ask him or invite him into my Discord and see if he'll answer those questions for you all and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, it's going well, Zero. Thanks for popping in. We have reached like the end of the stream here. Yeah. Go ahead, and I'm also gonna put it on my YouTube channel as well. So any of you all, you can watch it anytime. It's a little bit easier to share if it's on YouTube. So feel free to hop on my YouTube channel. The link is on my channel page. In fact, I think I got the command YouTube here. Yeah, there you go. So there's my YouTube channel. I'm gonna upload all that stuff probably either late tonight or tomorrow at the latest. But yeah, so I'll upload all these videos on there so you all can kind of share it, whatever. And like I said, if there's any more in-depth questions, I could either just ask my coach or tell him to get in the Discord and answer those questions for you all if he's willing to do that. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Con. I appreciate that. I post all my VODs on there, so they're not like, I don't do any production on the back end. I just straight up take my VODs and I post them to YouTube. So yeah, if you've already watched the stream, then you kind of get the picture, but you can always go back and watch them again on YouTube if you want. But yeah, that's all I got. That's it, guys. I actually do have to get going because I have to start packing for my drive to 29 Palms. So it's about a 3-hour drive. I got to get out of here. But I'm going to check and see who's on. I think Terrible Hime is still on. Let's see. Yeah, Terrible Hime is still on. She's the homie. We're going to go raid her. We are absolutely going to go raid Terrible Hime. Let me get some raid messages out for you guys. And then we got raid. Yep. 3. Yeah, thanks again, D. Thanks for that raid. I appreciate you. Can't wait to pop into some of your streams. Thank you for bringing your folks over here. That was awesome. I really appreciate that. Appreciate the support from the community here. So thanks again, D. All right, we're going to go ahead and raid Terrible Hime. Terrible _ Hime. Yeah, hang around. We're going to go raid her. She's a great fitness streamer. She's one of my favorites. She's also kind of a mentor to me as well. And I appreciate everything she does. So yeah, hop in the Discord. Ask me any questions you want. I'll get those videos up. Thanks again for popping in. All right, here we go.
more legwork. No, 3 swords. Thanks for